Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist, Cognac Wellerlane, and we are just about to see a Zoom celebrity interview with filmmaker Jsamuelryan. Let's take a look at this fascinating interview. Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist, Cognac Wellerlane, and we are here with filmmaker Jsamuelryan. And he is a fabulous filmmaker, and we are going to talk to him about why he decided to become a filmmaker. So, may I call, what would you like me to call you, Samuel or Jsamuel? Or Jsamuelryan?
J.SAMUEL is good.
J.SAMUEL, tell my audience what inspired you to become a filmmaker?
Well, I mostly, I would say growing up, in Astoria, Queens, New York, I was, I was really fascinated by a lot of TV shows and movies I watched, being born in the 80s and growing up in the 90s. I guess I could also say I was your typical couch potato as a kid growing up, So I was really fascinated by a lot of these cartoons I used to watch growing up and all these different movies. And, it really inspired me to want to, go down an artistic path in life. And, I got my training in various colleges.
Yes, and I wanted to ask you about that. Tell my audience where you learned your craft. Where did you go to study film and how to film and direct and produce?
Well, at the very start, I was pretty much like an underachiever type of grade school student. I didn't think that college was for me when I graduated high school in 2002. So I kind of was lacking in direction in a way, despite my love for all these TV shows and movies. So I was just working various jobs for the next 6 years. And come 2008, I decided that maybe I should give college a try, basically start a path all from the beginning. So I went to LaGuardia Community College, and I first started out as a paralegal major, actually, because I thought maybe that would be a good path to go down. But at the time, which was in spring of 2009, the newest major at LaGuardia Community had at that time was liberal arts writing and literature. And, even before I found out about that major, I had a few professors who were telling me how good I was at my writing, like coming up with various theses to write and everything. So as time went on, before time went on, I was deciding to change my major to writing and literature, which I did. And then as time went on, I started realizing that I might want to consider maybe a storytelling direction. And I discovered that in the summer of 2010, actually, when I took this American history class. And if memory serves me correctly, I believe I had a class where it was involving us writing a paper, a historical paper with historical timelines involved, and writing it like it's like a document or something. And I guess the professor liked it, so he ended up passing me. I think I got maybe an A or so in that class, and that's when it started making me realize I should probably take my career in a screenwriting direction because of that.
Yes.
So after I graduated LaGuardia Community in 2011, during that time, actually before I graduated, they had a college fair going on, and I heard about Queens College, CUNY Queens College, having some interesting fields, some majors within that field. So I learned about the media studies program there, where you can learn about filmmaking and screenwriting. And so I pretty much got my craft nurtured through those classes, like with screenwriting and filmmaking, and even learning about various forms of media. So, as a natural progression would have it, I felt like this was becoming more of my direction. After a screenwriting class, actually, I decided to pursue filmmaking to merge the two.
I would think that kind of goes hand in hand. Once you get your feet wet with the writing a story or doing screenwriting, you say, you know what? I think I'd like to make a movie. I like to direct a film. I like to produce a film. I want to be more hands-on. Isn't that what always every filmmaker says in the back of his mind when he starts with all of this learning and learning the craft of becoming a filmmaker?
I
It's
like
like
to think
they
so.
keep grabbing more. They keep grabbing more, you know?
I like to think so. I mean, this is like the journey. Like it goes with the old saying of the journey is its own reward. You pick up pieces along the way, and then you learn new skills, and then you have better insight about how you're gonna shape your career.
Well, a lot of actors, after making so many movies, a lot of them, a lot of, movie actors, famous movie actors, like Clint Eastwood, for instance, they start to say, well, I've done so many movies. I think I know how to direct.
Well, sometimes actors will just want to be actors, and they might not go in the filmmaker direction because it's not the same profession. It's a completely different profession on how you look at show business.
Right. Did you ever want to act? Did you always want to just be a filmmaker?
I never really took too much interest in acting. I do act in my films, but that's really just to fill like a role or something. I don't think of it as a primary career direction for me.
So you really are a true blue filmmaker. Now, do you produce your own films as well?
I do it all. It's
Do
probably good.
everything. You do everything.
It's probably good I'm not even wearing a hat right now. Otherwise, I would be doing something like that. You know what I mean?
Usually, independent filmmakers do everything. They do it all. They have to. That's the nature of the beast. Now, you directed actress Lucy Lopez in the film An Inconvenient Ruth, and that's why pretty much we are doing this interview. She recommended that I contact you. Tell us the synopsis of the film again, even though Lucy has told us what the movie is about. Tell us the synopsis and tell us why you wanted to make this film.
Well, I guess before I tell you the synopsis, I'll tell you the reason why I made it first. When I graduated Queens College in 2014, I had a little bit of trouble figuring out how to get this career started. So I learned about various networking events. I got business cards printed out, and I met various people in show business like Lucy throughout that time. And one person that I did meet was not at a networking event, actually. She was looking for a videographer to film her show, and the entire experience was so unprofessional, so bad, so disorganized that it made me realize pretty much halfway during the course of this that if I meet people like this, or if I put my faith on getting my career launched because of people like this, I'm not going to get anywhere. So because of that, that being one of many experiences before and after that, I realized that if I don't wear all the hats on making a movie, then it's not going to happen for me. I'm just going to depend on others, and they're not going to help me at all because they don't even know how to help themselves based on my observation on them. So
what you're saying is a lot of these people, as I know, because I've been in show business a long time myself, a lot of these people are like BS.
That's a good way to put it.
That's a good way of putting it. So when you met Lucy, you had the idea of her for that part, for the movie, for the film, An Inconvenient Ruth. You already had her in mind for that. Am I correct in assuming that?
Well, I remember hearing on your interview that she didn't exactly make it too clear as to why I considered her for the role. So I'll fill
Tell
you
my audience why you wanted her for that role. Tell us.
Well, I can also answer that in the form of explain the synopsis as well. The character is really it's kind of like a religious worshiper in a way, except it's about weather conditions instead of religious worshiping. So the character is just going from various places to places, warning people about the weather, and bad things happen along the way without her realizing it or not even caring. So if there's anything I picked up on Lucy on social media is that she put up a lot of postings pretty much worshiping about God and such, and that's pretty much exactly what the character of Ruth was all about. She's just like a big follower of a certain belief and will like to preach about it, and that's pretty much what I got. It's kind of like Piper Lauren's character from Carrie.
Yeah, she sounds like, from looking at this movie, like she's predicting the weather. So she sounds like a prophet almost, like a religious, spiritual prophet or a born-again Christian prophet. And she thinks she's doing something good, but what happens is bad things happen as a result of her profiting the weather. Am I right?
She's kind of like a sitcom character where she thinks she's doing something good, but she's actually hurting the people around them unintentionally.
Now, you believe that this is probably her best role that she's ever done, not because you directed her and produced it, but you just feel that. And from watching the trailer, I would have to say, I agree. I think she's hilarious in this movie.
Well,
Tell my audience why you think, not being prejudiced because it is your film, why do you think this is the best role she's ever done?
Easy. She has a Best Actress award because of the movie.
There you go. There you go.
She doesn't have, she didn't get one of those from Breaking Point. And, you know, I mean, I don't want to slam Breaking Point in a harsh way, but after watching the movie on Prime Video, you know, I feel that in my own critique of it, I really don't think it was a very good movie, in my opinion. And I feel that by not even to slam her character also, but I just feel that the whole story and the character itself, I don't really think it seemed too progressive, in my opinion. And I like to think that, I mean, in my opinion, with Breaking Points, I know about half the actors in that movie that I've met at various networking events, most of which I've moved on from. And in my opinion, I really don't think that they're acting any more than they're just being themselves, really, because I recognize their attitudes as people in the roles that they play in the movie.
But didn't that movie get like a lot of recognition? Breaking Point, wasn't it on Netflix or something, or Amazon?
Prime Video, yeah.
It was. So, you know, sometimes these movies that make it to Amazon or Netflix, they may not be all that, but they have. No, what's the story behind that?
Well, try to remember one thing, and this is even like a buildup of a movie in general, that even if it makes a theatrical release or a home video release or anything like that, it does not mean it's going to be gigantically successful. It just means it has an outlet to show it. And that's not how I work with my films, because I believe in the process of movies making a profit. And I feel that if you're giving people an outlet to have movies watched for free, then where's the advantage that the filmmaker will get other than exposure? And exposure won't even always be guaranteed.
This is true. This is true. But a lot of people feel if it goes on Amazon Prime or Netflix, that's a big deal.
Yeah, well, it'll be a big deal if people are watching it. Just because it's on there doesn't mean people are watching it.
That's true too. There's so much available things to watch on television that you wonder who's really watching what. You know?
And one example I can give you of that is that not too long after Inconvenient Ruth hit the film festivals, I sent it to cineplay.com, and they picked it up. And in 2017, they had their awards ceremony, and the movie won an honorable mention award. And Lucy also got nominated for Best Actress for
that was her award nominee from that particular film festival. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Now, are you the most proudest of this film that you've done with all the other films you've made? Is this the one that you feel as to date, the one that, you know, one of your biggest accomplishments making this film?
I would say so, because it is the most productive movie in comparison to the other two movies I've made. You know, it has music in it. It's the longest movie out of the three I made, and it's also it's got the most awards to its name currently, and it also
well, the story is fabulous. I mean, now you were the screenwriter for this too, I would assume. You did the screenwriting, so you wrote the script.
Director, producer, screenwriter, editor, and even one of the actors.
Was it an expensive movie to make?
Not really, because all the actors work for free.
Oh, so okay. That I heard from other filmmakers, they're having problems with that, because now a lot of actors they don't want to work for free. They want money. They want to get paid.
So do I. I mean, as a filmmaker, I'd rather be hired for a paid position. And, you know, the people that I've networked with over the years, they don't really want to, they either want to pay little to no money. And, you know, that, I mean, they have to understand that whether the movie is successful or not, it is still a job, and that has to count for something.
Exactly, exactly. So
Example,
did you pay your actors on this movie, on this particular movie, An Inconvenient Route? Were you able to pay any of them?
No, I wasn't. But in my second movie, I don't know if I paid him on the second movie, Talon Noxicatoid I'm talking about. I didn't pay him for that, but on the third movie, Candy, I did.
Okay, so tell my audience, how many films have you produced and directed? How many of them?
3.
3 movies. So you're a newbie. You're pretty new at this. You haven't done, how many? Tell my audience, what is your goal? What would you like? What kind of movies do you really want to make?
Well, I'm hoping to cover all categories if possible, but you know, I would like it to, you know, I would eventually want to go in the Hollywood direction if possible. You know, like cover as much ground as possible. And I wouldn't say I'm picky and choosy. I just, if the script is good, because I don't want to always write everything I direct. So I would like it to, you know, I mean, I wouldn't mind it being full length, but you know, I have a day job, so it would be hard to make time for that type of thing. But you know, I wouldn't mind covering as many categories as possible.
Do you like to do? It looks like this movie, An Inconvenient Route. It looks hysterical. It's like what is it? Like a dark comedy? It's sort of like a comedy, isn't it?
It's a comedy, yeah.
It's a comedy.
And I would say dark comedy. I think that's the nice way to put it.
Yeah.
Would you like to see that? Would you like to see the trophies now?
Of course, I'd like to see the trophies.
Here's the first one, the one I got in, I believe, of February of 2016, which is about half the amount of time when the movie was out in the market.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's a beautiful trophy. Wow. 2000. And did you get any other trophies, or is that the only one so far?
Oh, I'm just getting started.
You're just getting started. So far, what has been your favorite festival? What festival do you like the most?
Well, I would have to say it's the one that where all 3 of my films have won their own award in their own right, and there's about 2 of them so far. And one was from India, and the other one was from Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, wow. So, but did you go to these places, or you just, you know, sent your movie in?
Well, my inspiration on sending the movie out to these venues is if it's affordable, because even if you get rejected, you still got to pay for the submission fee.
Yeah.
So I'm economical about this whole thing.
You have to be. You have to be. Have you submitted any of your... Gorgeous. Have you submitted any of your movies to any, have they shown here in the United States, any film festivals here in the United States?
Yeah, I mean, I've sent it to various states. You know, it all depends if it's affordable, because I don't want to, I mean, these days I'm usually very economical when it comes to like how much I'll spend. Like, I think about $15 per submission will be my limitation.
How much?
$15, 15.
Oh, that's all you have to give to submit to some of them is $15?
It varies, you know. Some of these will even go up to like $50 to $100 for a movie, and I don't want to do that, because God forbid I don't get accepted. I'm that money out.
Yeah, I go to a lot of, well, now I don't because of the COVID. That's everybody's challenge right now because of the coronavirus. COVID, no one's going anywhere, but at least you can still submit your movie. And a lot of these things, that's the next thing you're going to win, the Oscar.
This is an award I got at a film festival in San Francisco.
Okay, so it'd be nice if you could go once all this is over with the COVID, you could start going to these film festivals. That would be a wonderful thing. Have you ever been physically to a film festival? Have you ever gone?
Yeah, I usually just go to the ones where my films are accepted, you know, because you know, I mean, the way how I currently stand, even by treating a film festival as a networking event, I'm very picky and choosy about these things, because as I've mentioned before, I'm wearing all
It's
the hats.
expensive. Yeah, it gets expensive.
Well,
Yeah.
not only that, but I'm also wearing all the hats of a film because the people I've networked with, they just don't give me any impression they're going to pull their weight on collaboration with me. So I'm kind of fending for myself, and it makes me wonder, why do I got to make these trips out to various networking events slash film festivals just for networking?
Well, the only good thing about it maybe is you might meet an actor or two that you'd like to work with.
Mm-hmm.
That's like with Lucy. You met her, and that pulled the whole weight right there. She was in your movie, and because of her, the movie was successful too. I'm sure because
Well,
of her acting ability.
Well, I just feel that maybe I was just a little too eager back then. I feel like I've gotten more experience in how I look at things these days.
Yeah, I can imagine. I understand how you feel. I understand exactly how you feel. So now, did you ever think of doing any? Very nice. Did you ever? Which? Oh, there you go. There's your winner for best short film. So you
Mhm.
haven't made a film. You haven't made a featured film yet. These are all shorts.
Mhm.
That's gonna be your next project. Did you ever think of doing a horror flick? Because they seem to make money, these horror flicks.
Yeah, but that I cannot wear all the hats on. It's impossible, even if it was a horror short, because you got to have certain
Yeah.
accessories to make that work. And I mean, it really all depends on who I'm pairing up with. They have to be noteworthy enough to be working with. And I don't mean to sound too arrogant on myself, but when my awards go up, my standards go up as well, because I feel that that's my little way of saying that I'm building myself up, and it has to count for something.
Are you working on any projects right now?
Well, right now I'm just writing. I'm just trying to come up with finishing my current script, which I've been putting off for a couple of months, but I'm going to eventually get back to it. It's a movie called Little Stop Sign, and it's going to be like a kid comedy type of movie, and it's going to be all voiceover, and it's going to be pretty much animated, but I'm going to animate a very, shall we say, a South Park type of animation where it's just going to be like where just be like a lot of keyframing involved. Anyone who's done digital editing will know what keyframing is.
Right, right, fabulous. Okay, well, we're going to close out this interview, and I just want to ask you, darling, where can we go to find out more information about you? Do you have a website? Do you have a Facebook page? Are you on Instagram? How can other actors and filmmakers possibly collaborate with you? Where can we go to learn more information?
All right, I do have a website, and it's got everything anyone needs to know about me on there, including behind the scenes work of my films. The URL is jsamuelryan.myportfolio.com.
Fabulous. And now you have trailers of all these movies? Because I would like to put some of them up maybe. If
Yeah,
I
they're all
can.
there.
Inside this particular interview, in this Zoom interview, we're going to put some of your trailers up as well.
Yeah,
Well,
the link.
Go ahead.
The link for each of those trailers will just take you directly to my YouTube page,
Right. And what's your YouTube page?
J.SAMUEL.
Fabulous. Well, J.SAMUEL, thank you so much for talking to me here at Cognac's Corner. I enjoyed the interview, and I want to give you a big pink champagne kiss. Mwah. And we'll be back, darlings, with more celebrity interviews. Keep watching. Pink champagne kisses.
Will Miss Lucinda Burrell please report to Mr. Gordon's studio? We're ready to shoot.
Charlie, let me get this commercial over with. I'll call you back, okay?
Meet Lucinda Burrell. She's a famous actress from Hollywood, spanning a career of over 50 years. She has done it all, from mainstream cinema to various red carpet events to being featured on the Cheryl Stoops Show.
Of actress Lucinda Burrell.
Meet Simon Gord, a filmmaker eager to make his new commercial about tylenexicatoid medicine.
Got the lens focus?
And he's looking forward to working with Miss Burrell.
Oh, Miss Burrell, that was perfect.
I know. You're gonna go down in history, boy. To be in the same studio with Miss Burrell. Now that's an honor.
But unfortunately, Lucinda is all washed up because she made a new friend, and its name is Tylenoxicatoroid.
Cut. Cut.
Alahita Jacobs and Nick Dre in Tylenoxicatoroid. Nominated for several awards and winner of the Merit Award at the Canada Shorts Film Festival.
Show business.
This is harmattan season in Africa, condition known as El Nino. Should say this whole area over here is Nebraska. Just about when changes in the weather, it's from windstorm.
Well, I hope you enjoyed my interview with Jsamuelryan. I certainly did. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel and always ring the notification bell to let you know when I publish a new video. I publish a new video every Sunday or every Monday. My videos are all about shopping hauls with Amazon, Shein, and Victoria's Secret. It's always about beauty, fashion, and entertainment. Keep watching, darlings. Pink champagne kisses.
Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm a bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. I was brought into this world wrapped up in pearls. I love to mingle, though my husband reminds me I'm not single. I meet and greet both the famous and the elite. I ride in limousines drinking the finest champagne, wearing furs, dazzling diamond jewelry. A girl can't complain. I live the upscale life, dining in the finest restaurants, eating the best caviar for free. And no matter how much I enjoy cognac, ooh, ooh. I said cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh.
It's been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.